Welcome everyone to Memoria Polis, a brand new city builder game that kind of features a bit of a different approach to the typical very intricate building games we've tested on the channel so far. I'm gonna tell you, I will fail rather hard, but this shows just how the game is. I didn't really prepare too much, but hey, I shouldn't talk too much. Let's just get into the game and let's give you an exclusive look how it goes. Today we are going to start with the classic mode and not the endless mode that I usually do, because the classic mode for this game is a bit more nice to start with, and we're going to start with the classic map actually, because you know I'm just a noob and I will fail either way. And then you can also choose your destiny. What do we want to be? Do we want to be a craftsman, a trader, a strategist, a politician, a philosopher, or a priest? I guess I shouldn't be a strategist. I'm definitely going to be a craftsman, okay? This is definitely what I want to be, because, you know, of all the games we've been playing on the channel, this is definitely the route we should be going. I could see myself being a philosopher as well, but I guess we're going to go with the craftsman. And, oh my god, we can customize everything in here. Is there a camel head in here? No, okay, that's not great at all. But we're going to do something crazy, like this is already a coffin. Okay, this is going to be our fate. We're going to start with a coffin, and we're going to hold, look at that, that's like 2 R's, like R, Rudi left, Rudi right. Shall we just do that? Let's do this and confirm that. That's basically the Rudi in the coffin. I'm very aware that's not a Rudi, okay, but we could obviously have the skull in here right away. I don't know, or maybe like a Spider-Man logo over here. I don't know, but let's go with the unicorn. Can I scale this size? Oh yeah, look at that, we can scale this. That's kind of cool, and I can also change the position. Look at that, we can do it a bit more like this. Fine, I like that. Layer, back, front. Okay, both, whatever. This is the color, right? And then what can we do with this one over here? Oh, look at that, we can change the appearance of our coffin. This looks like Pac-Man. I'm gonna go with Pac-Man, and then have the green. No, I want to have the other color. Yeah, well, let's do it that way. And then can we just hit confirm? Oh no, we need to put the, yeah, this is definitely gonna be Hump City, and your name is Rudi. Rennkamel is definitely how we're called. And then we're gonna start loading into the game. So as said earlier, we're going to live through 5 ages, and the target of the game is now, first of all, to build your own villa, which is basically the center of your village to be starting with. And we have to obviously fulfill all the needs of our wonderful inhabitants as soon as they come, and we can definitely do a certain thing with this. You can see what we can do is we can put down our village, and as you can see, there's a free, almost like free way of doing it. We have to have a road kind of in the reach to be connected to that, and we can then also check out in which area we want to be. Now, as you can see down here, the family heritage can be placed anywhere on the map. However, your inhabitants have found that the right places to develop is either a riverside or a roadside or a, well, actually you can go to all the different ones, but if you go to the riverside, we can go over here. This is riverside, you know, because then we have a lot of resources around. We can go to the roadside, which is basically over here, is a good one. But you can also start anywhere basically, but then things can become harder. As you can see, these are the different areas we have on the map. But no fear, we can actually reach out to those later on in the map as well. I'm gonna go with the riverside, I believe. I think this is a good spot to start with, and I'm gonna leave myself quite some space to develop the city. So I'm gonna build this one over here, and we have the Veneratis banner. The first family heritage of your reign has been completed. It marks the beginning of the first era, antiquity. Each age will come to an end when your city center has reached its 5th evolution, or when the available cycles have expired. The game goes with cycles. As you can see, the antiquity has 1,200 cycles basically, and I'm just figuring that I have the outline still enabled with my mouse. I should definitely not do this, so let's quickly get rid of that. Alright, no outline around the mouse anymore, or the cursor, we should be fine. Now, time is running out, and there is still a long way to go to complete the Age of Enlightenment, because that's basically what's going on. 9,600 cycles separate you from the final construction. Your objective to reach level 5 in each family heritage. Along the way, great challenges await, whether it's your own rebellious citizens, political group threatening to close down the districts, or your own over hasty decisions. What definitely is, the game doesn't know me. The loss of power is never far away. The Esplanade will always be at your side to give you the best possible advice, acting in turn as a judge and executioner. Do you feel ready to face the future? No, but we still have to start somewhere. Now, this is the little village, and as you can see, it starts developing on its own, which is one of the cool bits about this game. So you don't have full control over every road you build or everything you build. You basically place down main buildings, and then what's going to happen is that you see the city grow yourself. So what you can do with the production, you can see there are different things we need, and we're going to start with a small farm. What is very much needed is also that you put these things relatively far away from the main building to still keep some space, because as you will see, I'm not able to put it outside of my area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to build this, and I'm going to also do a surveyor's cabins. This one over here is going to increase the area that you're living in. As you can see, you can maximize that by just moving that ever so much over, which I'm going to do over here because we will need some forest area. So I'm going to build this one, and I'm also going to put the cutting camp in here. As soon as this is built, we can also put some other stuff in here. So what I'm going to do is estimated resources. Hold on. So I can basically plop this over here right away. We should wait for these 6 cycles to be going first, because then it'll give us the space needed to build the logging camp in here. So I'm going to do this and then right away stop down the power. So that's the speed of the cycles, by the way. So what we have done, we've got a small farm over here, which is not fully done, by the way, but we can now place down the cutting camp, and as you can tell, we can now maximize the amount of resources. So I saw 5,000 over here. Can we get to 6,000 even? Oh yeah, look at that. So that is kind of 6.4 is mostly the best we can get. So let's build this one over here too. And then we also have a quarry, but the question is, where can we build this? Because as you can see, there's also estimated resources, and we are very lucky because apparently down here we do have a lot of rocks, and so we can build the quarry over here as well. We do also have 2 different resources, which is kind of crazy. Hold on, let's see if we can maximize that. Like how many rocks are here? Okay, so but we can somehow try to maximize both. That is insane over here, guys. Let's put it here. That is a very good area. But oh wait, hold on. Are we lacking? What kind of resource are we lacking? 30 wood. We do have 8 workers. No, that is still what we have. Was that cycles type of unit in the game? Why can we not build this? Oh, I think because I have to research that first. Okay. Anyways, we do know where to put it. So let's start building these things. And as soon as we've done that, we can go into research area, and then yeah, down here you can first of all get these things done. We do have the quarry over here. Oh, we do have that. Okay, so we can't really do anything, but with the proximity, we have the surveyor's cabins that we have unlocked, so that's good. Is there anything else in here we can unlock? No, we do have these things. Some wonders will come in later. We've got some cultural stuff over here, but let's first of all get a bit of development in. So this is the farm over here, as you can tell. There's the farm. The farm has quite a huge area to begin with. What I think is good is if I put down... Okay, so the proximity thingy... I want to put down a second farm somewhere. So I'm going to get this thing built in there. Hoping that our farm is going to evolve into that direction. Because as you can see, the city is growing itself. So you have to reserve some space for that, which is very important. So that is very, very neat indeed. So this one is built too. So we've got that one too. We've got the cutting camp that brings in the resources, which is great, which is good. So can we get an improvement over here? So we don't have enough inhabitants to go for that, but we're going to start somewhere, which is good. So you can see, by the way, the menu over here. We've got 450 gold coins. We've got 2.5k blueprints, which is important because that is going to unlock us the blueprints. We do have the amount of memory points. Memory points are used to preserve cultural buildings, open barricade neighborhoods, and so on and so forth. We've got 108 citizens as of now. We do also have 33 free workers, in total 58. We've got stone resurface. If you hover over it, you can see there is also a very nice view to where stone is going to be found. And we've got a lot of wood over here, as you can tell. And food. At the moment, we have a negative gain, which means we do need to build a second farm. So as I said earlier, we do need to put down, or actually we have put down these things. So let's go for production and put down a second small farm, which I am willing to... Can I just sneak that over here to the other side? I can. Let's do this. I'm going to build this here to have that really by the roadside, and hopefully it's going to be developing into that direction, which is pretty fairly nice. So improvement, we are lacking stone at the moment. That means we're going to build a quarry as we were just supposed to do. We're going to put this one over here. By the way, you can rotate the buildings, but holding down shift will let you rotate them quicker. By the way, I just forgot to do that. So let's see if we can go to a very balanced area. God, that's going to be harsh. Let's see, I mean, we can always build a second one. Something like that is fine. Oh, hold on. Why can we not build this? Oh, I got to go for stone. I have to go for a modification first. I forgot that. So I could have built this earlier too, but okay, as I need to go for that anyways, I can put it here anyways, right? Yeah, let's go for that one and build. There's no need for, you know, going for other resources into, but it's kind of interesting to have that here. So we've got the attractivity of the city as an outline, as you can see over here, which is the bluish outskirts of that, which is fairly nice, which is really good. Then we have also resource filter for different goods. Like obviously we've got the woods over here. We've got stone, as talked about earlier. We've got, what is that, like sand, which is going to be here. So maybe for some production, we've got some sand available as well, as you can tell. I can also click that away. We also have clay, which is also in that area, which is neat. And then we've got potentially gold, you know, gold mines. Look at that. We've got it over here. And then last but not least, we've got also iron. So there's all in here, which is really, really great. And then we also have the incident filter, so if there's anything happening, for example, some fires to be breaking out, then you will see that in this tab too. We also have all these different areas down here that we also need to, you know, deal with at a certain point. So as you can see, the reserve keeps track of the different stocks of each resource, so that we have over here. We can have a politicians or politics screen where, you know, you have politics going on, because you can obviously branch out and, you know, have some trade going on and so on. So let's see if the food is positive right now. It is going to be positive. Look at that. How cool. And we are going further into the cycles. We still don't have 150 stone, but that shall be there relatively soon. And then we should be able to do certain other things. So let's see if we can unlock finally something in the production line. We can't really do anything. Cost gain, cutting camp, we've done that. Is there anything we can do? This function upgrade will unlock during the Age of Antiquity. Okay, I did this. It's not yet available. I guess I need to grow first of all. I would love to have an indication to when I'm able to do this, by the way. So cultural ceramic workshop. Can I build this, by the way, already? Because that would also be good. No, I can't. I can't go for cultural right now. I think I have to upgrade this area first, but let's see what happens as soon as we've got enough of our stone. So improvements, not ready yet. The function upgrade is not available. Okay. So managing resource, increase production, one cultural color. Yeah, I know. I mean, we are gaining resources. That's all good. We are making our way forward with our wonderful logo in Hump City. Look at that, very nice. And this is how it all is growing. Look, I kind of dig the graphics. It is looking like a bit of a paper map kind of thing. Not super realistic, but zooming out is definitely going to look better. So several cycles have been passed, and now you have enough citizens and resources in your warehouse to improve your family heritage. This upgrade will give you access to a larger building area. Hell yes. So let's do the improvement, accept that, wait for 10 cycles, and then we are good to go. Hopefully then we can also unlock other stuff. So Esplanade, information Esplanade. The 4 groups that make up Esplanade have wishes on various subjects. They can award certain rewards if your invest matches their plans. Look, that is pretty good. So resource points. We also have population satisfying, faction power, building points. We are moving towards middle age. There's nothing happening in here. But I think this screen will give us an idea how good we are moving forward with all the cycles. You can see also how they're separated from each other, giving you all the option to see where we should go. We are now moving forward to the middle age. Right, we got to see how that works. We also need to have the population more satisfied, so we got to get there. And now let's see if we can do anything about the production and so on already. No, we can't. I think we have to wait for the, the city to be improved, I guess, while we are hovering or harvesting, I should say, more resources. So what about wood? Okay, wood is just about going positive. Look at that. We are now in the next area. You have now access to cultural buildings, just as the ceramic workshop, the arena, the Asclepium, I guess it's this, the Agoge Center, or Agogi, I don't know, the Via Edificium, and the Forum. Look, and they're all obviously adding to several needs of our society. So let's first of all go in here. And then, as you can see, we can buy, for example, the ceramic workshop, which we will do as a thing. And what about the arena, by the way? There's military, and then we also have the religious, the Asclepium. The Asclepium is a place where current servers sometimes mingle. Under the gaze of the good, the luckiest patients are healed. That's not too shabby. Let's do that. Healing sounds good. And this one looks for education. I'm going to buy this either way. I don't know if that's the most clever way of doing this. But hey, we do this. And then in the production, you can see the farm will produce between 0 and 10 fields, each field producing 15 feet per second. I guess what I want to do is produce 6 per... I guess I'm going to go for this first. And then I'm going to go 250. We are on 70. Okay, I'm gonna save on some blueprints because I don't know if I need some of them more badly than this. So I built these ones. Next, memory points. Memory points are raw points and can be spent during passage. Okay, where do I have the memory points? Over here, right? Okay, it's still in there. I think I can still find these things. So let's see what we can do. Oh, okay. First of all, we do need more stuff. Basically, what we should do then is we're gonna build another quarry. And I feel like I'm going to put this here-ish. Now that's fine for me. And we're going to go for sand. Build. Okay, so we've got another quarry over here. I like the fact how the path is built right away. How much does a quarry cost, by the way? Cost 10 wood. Okay, we don't have any wood at the moment. So we can't do another cutting camp because we don't have enough stone, which shall come in relatively soon. So I want to build another cutting camp, and I'm wondering if I want to put this down. I think I'm going to put this all the way down here until I can't. Here you go. Let's build a second one. I feel like this is going to give us more access to wood relatively soon. I hope that's going to... Wait, hold on. This is clay. We do have enough wood, apparently. Still, it does make sense to have enough. That was so stupid. Okay, so we're going to build another quarry, do we? I'm just wondering if we want to have, like, there's also, we focused that one obviously at sand, which is good. We could also go for clay, which, do we need clay? Let's see what the cultural buildings cost. So this is sand. This will need clay. Okay, so you know what? I'm just going to build another quarry for clay. Oh, hold on. Where's clay? So there's a lot of clay. Is there anything else available in the region? No, I need to build some more of these towers then, but I guess we can utilize this area as best as we can. Look, that's fairly decent. And I'm gonna go for clay and build that one too. I'm not sure if I'm wasting resource over here, but 10 wood doesn't sound too shabby to me. So city is growing, which I like. I wonder if we can build another. Look at that. We can enlarge the region. But I'm wondering where to go. Would the city grow towards the water side? You know what? I'm just gonna test that. I don't care. I don't mind. Like, the city shall go into that direction. I hope it does, because that's where I wanted it to be. To just have that very nicely here by the river. That's what I envision. We've got a lot of resources in here anyway. So if I do enlarge the... We've got sand over here. We've got that there. We've got a whole bunch of stone on this side. So that shouldn't drag us into issues. Same goes for wood, by the way. I'm gonna spare that one open. So what's really nice is that if the buildings are to the side of the area, they still do work properly. Not meaning that you can, put them all the way to the edge, and then we'll utilize the space around those. Look, these values are going down. So what we've got to do is we've got to make them happy by building certain buildings. And as you can see, the area of influence is going to be displayed then here by the building. So what I want to do... Look, I can... Alright, so I can't really get them all, but I really think the city would be developing into this direction. And I'm wondering if I can sneak that in here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna build this here. And I'm gonna go for... Oof, belonging, maybe? Or creativity? I'm gonna go for belonging. So they feel better, hopefully. So let's see. We're still gathering resources. Shall I build another one for stone? That's just actually, that just takes me way too long. How much workers do I have? We've got more than enough workers. So let's speed up the whole thing a little, guys. I'm just gonna go for more stone. Stone build, come on, go. We need more stone quicker. That is definitely something we need. I'm not sure if the city needs that to grow either way, but as you can tell, there are a couple of things. This is what we can unlock in the next one. This building has a traction of 250, and look at all these things we can build. Okay, never mind. We can also go into this menu again and see what could be relevant for us. So the forum, what does the forums give us? It increases the attraction quite massively. I think I'm going to go for that one. And it's also more expensive, but I don't care. I think the forum is a good one because it's going to give us a lot more satisfaction and also a lot more attraction to the city. So we can also build the Ghost Center right now. Again, I'm asking myself where to put this. This is going to give these two. There are some spots locked. And I'm wondering if I'm going to I want to have this somewhere here. Look, that's fine. I'm gonna build this here, and I'm gonna go for... So we do have something for health. We've got something for belonging. Let's go for safety. Confirm. So that's good. So we're gonna make them all more satisfied. What is this? So Heliotis is at the gate of your city. The Heliotis are free citizens. They have no leader, but Theron represents them regularly. Their workers and these workers are re-owned for their expertise in agriculture and food production. They used to be able to feed the Spartan armies entirely, so there's no doubt they will be able to feed your population just as well. If you accept them, the faction will occupy an available area in your city. The faction offers regular taxation of living decisions, as well as culture, some gold coins, cultural character, trust level, arrival, destiny. Yeah, let's do that. We accept them. Come on, build your area. Why not? So that is very good. I like that. I'm a big fan of people joining my city. Now, we've got quite a lot of citizens. We're almost at 200 workers, which is great. We've got 566. Look at the buildings. Looks so cool. Let's see, a ghost center. Yeah, I'm quite sold on your aesthetics. I like that. We can improve the city again. Do we have the resources? We do have the resources. Let's do the improvement first, and then we can see that the city is still growing. I mean, we do still have the proximity thingies, and I'm wondering if I can move them. Because as soon as this is done, we should quickly stop this over here. Look, I think the overall size is growing ever so much. The more your city is improving, the overall radius is a security area, 400 meters, is growing. So, meaning I should be able to... Like, if I demolish this one is going to be out. I'm wondering if I'm going to wait a little longer until I do this, but for the moment being, that is all good. What I wanted to see real quick is the attraction of this area. So, look, it's getting bigger by the time, but it's not like super big. This is a faction. Is that the faction? That's the district, okay. The installed faction dictates the culture, okay. So there is another one over here, district. I like the idea that we have different districts with like different cultural influences. Yeah, there's a bit of risk over here. The resources production is good. And then we've got the district filter. Okay, never mind. We're going to continue. And now we unlocked something that is super, super Rudi-esque. Reduce risk of incident and just... I mean, so that means I can put certain things down. And this is even of a benefit? I like that. I'm gonna sneak that one in here then. There you go. Build this one. Can I build more of these? Oh, no. Okay. But this one over here looks to be fine. So, cultural, what's going on? We are lacking stone. Stone, 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 stone. Okay. Speed up the whole process. We need more stone. I think we built these two, right? So the forum is missing and the Asclepium, I guess. At the moment, we're doing fine on creativity and fine on health. So esteem is really not great, and the safety also not super great. So both of these things should then be fixed once we have the resources. Again, stone is creeping in still too slow for my taste, to be honest. Can I improve something about this? Not quite here, but maybe I can do this over there. Let's go to production, and the... Oh, look at that. There's so much in here now. I can buy this for 0. I mean, that's fine. The architectural office. I'm going to accept everything that is for free. Oh, this is 250. The stonemason and the carpentry, both for 250. So I'm going to go for the stonemason, I believe. Right? And then I should have bought these. Can't. Huh. I'm going to build a quarry more then. So I'm going to build another small quarry over here. So let's just rotate that thing until it works. Yeah, it's... Or maybe I'm going to put this on the other side here, though. There is still quite a lot. And the food production should still be good. So let's put that here. Yeah, go for stone. That's all good. So the city can still grow. I wonder if it goes over the road. I really do hope it does go over the road. That would be really cool. So we can put down stonemason. The stonemason is going to produce 1 stone from 3 stones. Wait, hold on. 21 stone to cut to 3 cut stones. Okay, that is a weird behavior. That's a very weird relation. It's 1 to 7, right? But it... I mean, oh, look at that. We have to do something in the... Stop the pandemic to go on. Cure it. Cure it. No, I can't. Okay, I mean, I can't. I would love to, but I can't. Pandemic is spreading. Well, it is what it is, right? So, cultural, let's put the buildings down that we have right now. I should... Yeah, alright, I'm gonna try to build upon this area a little. Hold on. That's perfect. Build this, and I'm gonna go for esteem this time around, because we haven't fulfilled that one yet. So let's do the esteem, and let's see if we can build the forum right away. Wait, hold on. This is the Asclepium. Okay, so we built the forum as well. That's quite a big one. Where do we... I can get quite some in here, but that's quite too far to the north, and I'm not sure if I want to have the city develop to the north. I'm going to make this down here. Either way, I know it's not the bestest idea ever, I guess, but I'm going to put this here. And what else do we have? Like health, belonging, safety, self-esteem. I'm going to go for belonging. There you go. I think we still need more belonging, and then we can also do something else about the safety in a bit. Okay, I'm still not entirely sure how we are going to approach the fulfillment of blueprints now, but yeah. So we're going to accept this next faction as well, which hopefully is going to bring us some more, you know, knowledge, I guess. So I think we're doing good. We've got, what's that, 2 from 6 deaths because of the pandemic, right? Yeah, I couldn't really do that much, but okay. So they have 2 different cultural elements. So every region can have multiple. Look, this is a double region. Like that's a very goddess, I was about to say, but they do have, oh my god, what's that? Follower of Isis and Heliotis. Okay, because of the belief as their main stuff. Okay, interesting to note. They have all the different areas. So as you can see, the cultural character is religious 1, production. So because we have these strong things over here, right? Oh my god, look at, what's that? District? It's all districts. So there are more buildings growing over here. Carnival, the citizens are celebrating carnival. Let's have a look. Oh my god, look at that. I want to see it. Free camera. Can I zoom in a little? Ah, I can't really zoom in. There's carnival down here. I'm quite okay with the fact how they how they made this game look and so on. But now the question is, how do I get more blueprints? They are also spread. It's Carnival is spreading. Okay, so I think I'm gonna build the stonemason either way. And I'm gonna put the stonemason. Oh gosh, where am I gonna put this thing? Must be outside the rocky area. Yeah. I'm trying to sneak that in here. There you go. Because there is also a stone quarry. I'm gonna put this production building all the way there. I think we do have quite a lot of these buildings to branch out now. So what I'm willing to do is I'm gonna put one here. And I'm gonna put another one out, I think here. And I should definitely move the farm. I wonder if I can. Increase production, fields management. Can I field demolition? I could. Like, I could obviously, first of all, you know what? I'm just gonna go and put the small farm somewhere. Oh, wait. This one produces the blueprints. Look at that. This is kind of a production area over here anyways, so... Maybe down here by the water. I feel like this... Does this building have a bad influence, though? It doesn't really tell me, does it? Anyways, I'm gonna still put this down here, just because I feel like... What do you tell me about the water body? It's not a water body. But it does have a... Does it have a positive impact? It's just telling me what is close by. Okay, never mind then. I'm gonna put this... I'm gonna squeeze this then in here. Look, there you go. I'm gonna squeeze this in here. Oh, it has an attraction of 50. No, hold on then. If it has attraction, I'm gonna definitely put this into a city. And as I wanna make the city develop down here, this one is gonna go right over there. There you go. Hopefully that's gonna attract the people. Now, because if I go to filters and say attraction, you can see down here could be more attraction to make the city grow more towards the waterfront. I wanna have it to the waterfront. So this is the way how you can kind of control the growth of the city. I like that. I like that. So, did I put down a stonemason now? This is the cutting camp still. There's the stonemason, right? Okay, look, we are working. We are working. So, oh my God, wait, hold on. Oh, the upgrade does cost wood. Okay, I can't have that. Look, they're producing these things. Look, this is all fine. So barricade 2 from 6 have withdrawn into themselves. If a certain percentage of your city is barricaded, you will lose the game. Wait, hold on. District 1? Okay, but why? What can I do to... Locked. Okay, but what can I do to get them back? Because apparently I'm doing a fantastic job, guys. So what do we have over here? Make a choice. Refusing the expansion? No, I accept the expansion. Do that. Just do that, okay? If I lose, I lose. I just want to test the game. And so far, I'm quite okay with it. So, we could get into the carpentry, or we can get into some upgrades. I'm gonna go for the upgrades first. Because I feel like the production could be increased. So, do I need to do something with the upgrade? Improvement? Yes, I can. Look, that's fine. I can do all the improvements over here. That is all good. And I'm going to do this all the way over here. So, all these buildings will be upgraded. I wonder if I can quickly stop the game and see if I can improve some of the other buildings too. Can I improve the farm by now? Upgrade is building required. So, I need this one over here as an upgrade. Okay, we're almost there. Let's go for 500. So, I can upgrade the farms too. Okay, hold on. I still don't think, like, food is negative right now. Okay, so this is my moment to say I want to have a small farm. And a small farm is going to go... Hold on. It needs to have all the space available to build itself out. Or I'm going to do this down here. But that means I would need to put a proximity thingy down here first. Let's do this exactly here. Build. We're gonna make this real quick. So once this is built, we're gonna branch out with the food production to this side, and then get rid of some of the farms here to just get some more space available for our city. So stop the game, production, small farm. So if I calculate it correctly, I'm gonna sneak that one in here, because that should give them enough space without getting rid of the forest, even though I don't know how necessary it is. Like, this one is producing so much wood. But yeah, okay, so fine. We've got Oh my god, so many blueprints still, so we can actually buy something more. Oh, I didn't buy the small farm upgrade. I'm gonna accept that one. And the same goes for the... Okay, carpentry is still lacking. I need to go further into that. Okay, so the next food production is going to be there relatively soon, which I believe is good. Look, the city is developing down here, just as I wanted it to be. Can I build another area as a decoration? Which I guess the decoration is also creating... reduces the risk of incidents. You know what, I'm just going to put another one up here. Maybe that's going to help with these areas. And then can I put down another one? Yeah, I can. I want to put down a couple of those just to make these areas more safe, I guess. I mean, the costs are relatively okay-ish, so let's put a couple more. I want to definitely have more decorations. I want to see if I can develop some more of these or like unlock them. Let's go in here. So wonders, no, okay, so cultural can be unlocked too. Look at that, oh my god. There's so much cool stuff over here. What's that? The Agalma workshop. And this is was the oh my god, I can't read that out. What the heck is this? So, military medium, I want to have this one soon. The Via Adficium, or whatever this means, or however you want to pronounce that. So as soon as we've got enough of these things, I'm going to look for these. Okay, so these fields have been built. What is this? The faction offers regular taxation. Okay, gold level. Yeah, just join us. Okay, 800. We're almost at 1,000 people living in here. Which is absolutely great. Look, they're building fields, and I'm gonna make the improvement right away. So that one is improved. Same goes for this one. I'm not sure if I need to improve this one over here because I want to get rid of this farm, whilst I need to build another one up here then. So let's go for production. Small farm. What are we missing? Oh, wood. I was just talking about wood, but we should wait until we have enough. And I'm wondering if I build like a second one. Hold on. Production, cutting camp. I can literally put that one here, right? Yeah, but it's right out of the scope. What about putting this one here? Yeah. Yeah, here is just okay. So that's fine. So gonna go for more wood, definitely. More and faster wood. Look, food production is going to be better now, as we have got our next farm apparently, which makes a whole bunch of sense, and we've got these ones improved. Now let's move the whole bit up as we can. Production, small farm. So I'm gonna put this right here. Build. It has quite a huge radius, and I'm hoping... so all be demolished while the other one is being built. That's going to be a bit of a short moment of problematic things, but yeah, as we can hopefully get the improvement. Oh my god, wait, hold on. Or is this? Oh wait, I'm going to place this down as level 2 immediately, which is a good one. Okay, so the farm can build itself over here, and now we've got more space for the city to grow. And I'm also wondering, is the attraction? Yeah, extraction in this area is available, so it's going to grow there too. So we almost are at 1,000 inhabitants, which I believe is a good one to go. 1.4k for the plan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to learn the plan. Unlocks the building 200 cycles. No, I'm gonna unlock this because I have. And then the only thing I don't have over here is the arena, but I can also do this. Can I immediately do that? No, oh wait, hold on. Maybe with 1,000 I can maybe jump the other one. So 1k again. So we're gonna go here. And I want, yeah, nice. Look at that. I can build the Agalma workshop right away, which I want to do. So let's see what kind of resources we need for that. So first of all, this one should be buildable. Oh my god, that's rather small too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here. Build. And what is going on here? So safety, creativity. Let's go for safety and confirm that one. And the other ones need resources. Okay, wait, hold on. The Via Adficium can also be built, which I'm going to do. Which I'm going to put down in this region of the city. There you go. Build this here. Wonderful. Some of these buildings apparently need to be built more often so that more of these areas have influence by them. I think this is what also these values over here told you. So we need to have more stuff like health and so on. So if I'm gonna pause this real quick, okay, we don't have enough buildings yet, but as soon as we have, we should definitely go for it. And we could also spend our blueprints, first of all, on these buildings. So, what is this? So, expanding the territory. The followers of this faction have been established lands, power. Yeah, let's do that. More tax is always good. We don't really have that much gold, have we? Okay, now more gold is coming in, which is, again, good. So, that's all good. Food, is it negative? For this cycle, though. It's still expanding. This one is improved, isn't it? Yeah, it is. What about this one? Okay, they're full because of the delivery chains, I believe it is. So, look at that. This is all great. Oh, we've got 4 fractions now gone. Okay, how do I stop them from doing this? Because I mean, it's right next to this one is, I think, because they are dissatisfied. Let's see if I can set the filter to, okay, so this is different factions, I guess. And this is the issue area, right? The risk area. The neighborhood have highest probability of internal current. Okay, but how do I get this fixed? The game must tell me. How do I fix this? So can I, if I put some cultural things down here, improvement, can't yet be done. I'm lacking the gold coins and I'm lacking the wooden beams. Cool. I think I need to then, first of all, go and unlock this beauty over here. So let's quickly do this. Fine. And go forward. Maybe I'm gonna fail this game. Maybe I don't. But there's a high probability that I'm going to fail in here. Which is a shame, because I'm liking it so far. So, production. The carpentry is also available, and I'm gonna put the carpentry... Yeah, well... Let's put it here. Build. Okay. We do not make it to 1,000 inhabitants. That is so odd. But I mean, they're also doing good. Like, look at that. This is okay. What we got to do now is we got to definitely build more of this cultural stuff. So, hold on. If I go and say cultural, we can. Okay, we are lacking a couple of these things. We can also build a scholar, which I guess is a school. So we are going to wait for a new one over here to unlock this, I think. Okay, wait. I'm gonna pause this real quick, because I want to see something. And this is... this is something I may use. So this is the memory points. And memory points are used to preserve cultural buildings, open up barricade neighbors during the passage of ages. Number can fluctuate. Okay, that means I can unlock this again once we are going to the next era. Alright, I did understand this. Okay, but we now have to figure out where we put certain things to make the people happy in order to avoid that they're locking down. So let's quickly slow down a little and have a look how the people do in the different areas. Because what we can always see is how high the risk of these accidents are, and I'm not entirely sure how I can improve these risks other than putting down these decorated. But like, this is like, can I get rid of one of these areas? Faction, bandits faction, open panel destabilization. I mean, you know, I could try to get rid of them somehow, I guess, but I'm not entirely sure. Like, I can't get them anywhere in here, can I? Like, it doesn't have an effect on the inner area, so there's not really anything I can do about this. So how am I supposed to fix this? So this has an influence on these buildings, as you can tell. Not sure if this has a positive influence, but like, we can place one here and then just hope for the better, which I will do, which I totally will do. So how about this one down here? There's 1% risk. because there are cultural buildings around. Is that the reason why? Okay, we've got enough blueprints to unlock more, so I'm gonna go for the scholar, hoping that the scholar is going to be good for us. So cultural scholar is over here. We do need builders. As you can tell, we don't have enough builders. That is the problem at the moment. We need workers. So the city first must grow because we can do more stuff. Hopefully it's not going to be the end of our journey. I still don't get how, like... I mean... I've no idea how exactly that works. Open panel. So trust details. Is that because I got them in? And then there's a high risk of that because the... Huh. Yeah. No, oh, look at that. Stop the incident. I can't cure it because I need to... An epidemic is raging because of this later on. Hopefully that didn't end too bad. Okay, it did not. Right, let's see that I can build more. Look, we can build more of these things, but did I build this thing now? The Agoj kind of thingy? It doesn't matter, I can build another one and make them happy, right? Like here-ish, for example. Or we're gonna go in this area here, which I prefer. So let's build this here to see if we can hopefully improve certain things. And then I definitely want to build the scholar next, which again we need builders for, but hopefully if we keep on developing in that direction, that should do the trick, I think. 1k, we reached 1k in population. Look at that, guys, this is so cool. I like the fact how it's looking like a bit of a, you know, a bit like grayish outside if you do that. Also, I wish to see the full map, by the way. Is there a way to zoom out to see the full map? Okay, so this is the overall view. Hold on, so we've got creative minds. Yep, that's okay, I understood that. And you is rising land. Okay, or is that uprising land? That's surprising land, okay. So what's that? Discover of a ruin, demolish? No, I'm gonna repair that one. The building will provide all... Oh, we don't have enough workers right now. Later on, okay. So we're gonna have to wait for the workers. Are we on pause mode? This is why it was so gray. Okay, so I can fly over the whole map if I fancy doing so, right? Oh my god, this makes me dizzy. This makes me completely dizzy. Never mind. Okay, so we built something over here. We gain more workers, which is good. So that means we can build some more cultural stuff soon, which I definitely want to do. So what about you guys? Yeah, do that. Just expand the territory. Why not? You can do it. You can do it. So they're basically growing, right? This is the territory that they're holding. The same goes for those, but they just have one territory, and they may go into the one nearby. This is how you understand the factions. Okay, so they do have potentially these two things, and as soon as they become two, this becomes a faction. I understand now. Okay, so this is how it basically works. So as soon as this one has a second one, it would become its own faction, but now it is already kind of a locked area, and we can unlock that going into the next chapter. Got it. Okay, so we have more cultural things. Look at that one. This is the Ergastrion. Is the bustling economic center just for this entire town. Many citizens come here to practice the crafts and also sell. Yeah, let's just unlock that too. So we do have a couple of things, but all of these are already been built. So we've got the scholar. Let's build the scholar now. Oh my god, look at this one. It's big. Is big. I feel like the scholar needs to go relatively centric on the main road because it is a school, and it will go here, and it's gonna be built here, and it's gonna focus on safety, esteem, belonging. Creativity is not the thing, so I'm gonna go for esteem instead. The other ones look fairly decent, but the creativity is lacking quite a lot. So the next building is going to focus on creativity. So what is the filter by... Okay, can't really... What's that? Filter by cultural, by educational. Okay, political. So you can also filter about what this building stands for, but yeah, I mean, it's obvious by the colors provided. So I'm wondering why that is such a thing. Anyways, resources are coming in nicely. So food production could be better, could be worse, but we are still doing good. But as we're growing, I'm wondering if I shall build a second food production, which I can't do right now. The small farm is lacking 15 workers, so we definitely should focus on that real quick, because as the city is growing and the food consumption would start going up again, may not be the best idea. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna first of all go and unlock more stuff. So what does the horarium does? The horarium is a large storehouse of great importance to the city's management and survival. It contains mostly foodstuff and building materials, which are stored on project. Okay, so this is cool. I can't do anything about this one, and neither about that one. So the senators doesn't work. I think we can do this. I think we can do this first, and then look, we've got the archivum, or archivum. I think it's the archivum. This is the next one we're going to do, the Atrium, or whatever we'll call that one. We also can go for the Templum, or the Atrium Vestae, which is quite a lot of great buildings. So this is exactly how you... Oh my god, there's a fire. Let's put it out. I can't. I can't. Don't burn to death, please. Well, and if you do, tell me earlier. I think that was the music indicating that that is happening, right? So, that's very interesting. Now, we need some more blueprints before I can look into that, but we've got the horarium. Look at that. So, we've got 19 builders, food production. Alright, so what about you guys? Plebeians of Rome is at the gates of your city. Yeah, okay, come on. Even though I don't have the bestest memory of those people. Anyways, we're gonna build a small farm, and we're gonna build you here. Look at you. And then let's see if we can do any improvement over here. Upgrade to level 3, not possible. We have no one digging for gold. I think we should go for gold now. So what we're gonna build is a quarry as soon as we can. Several cycles have passed, and you now have enough citizens and resources in your warehouse to improve your family heritage. This upgrade will give you access to a larger building area. Awesome! That means we can again improve, which is exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna go for level 4. Look at that. Fine, this is going to pass by in a couple of cycles only, and then we do need more workers. But it was very important to put down another farm in order to, you know, get our food production ramped up again. Hopefully that's going to help us. Because otherwise that's... I like the way how these cities works. I like the way how they grow. It's fairly interesting. Not gonna lie. It's fairly interesting. Can we, by the way, where's the on fire... But there was somehow one cultural character attracts affection town to merchants. Okay, so are you sure you want to assign one cultural character to this position? Okay, I'm not sure whatever this is going to be doing, but we're going to see if that has any effect. So, you have necessary soldiers, and the Greek cities have... okay, so this is an event, so this is gonna be minus... Yeah, let's confirm that one, because it should be fine. So I want to repair that one, but I don't have enough workers, neither do I have bricks. I'm not producing any bricks, so later on. I want to restore that one, definitely. I definitely want to restore that one. So what we got to do is we need production, and we need another quarry, which goes for gold. Let's have a look. Filter, resources, and gold. So we've got gold down here, and we've got gold up here, and gold. Okay, we're definitely gonna go for here. So let's go for the quarry, and let's see if we can place that. Wait, hold on. Why does it not? Why does it not go for gold, by the way? Oh, hold on. Because apparently the small ones can't go for gold, I assume. So we definitely have to, first of all, go and research. Whoops, research around the quarry, right? So this is the quarry over here. We definitely need to go for this one. Why is the dysfunction upgrade will be unlocked age and country small? Okay, I can't go any further than that. I can only go for the actual, so I'm gonna do this because I need to improvement to have more of these things quicker. And then we can also unlock the brickworks, which we have unlocked with our city being able to grow further, right? So oh my God, look at the radius. It almost covers all in. Okay, now that is also very, very interesting how that works. Yeah, the brick workshop, look at that. Where do we put this? And we put the clay over here, right? Is clay there? So I'm gonna put this. Maybe I want to reserve the space though, and I'm gonna put this here because I want to reserve the space for potentially another quarry. This is the one that makes clay, right? Yeah, okay, so it's clay over here. I have no idea if the proximity helps them or whatever, but yeah, we're gonna see. 11 workers, not enough for another cultural building, but we need one. So that is good. Look, oh my God, the end of a reign. Cycles and power 900. Oh my God, it just, I just saw it come in and I was about to say, how can I do it? Okay, so, but that shall be more than enough. I really do find this super interesting. I must admit that I could have spent more time to understand exactly a bit better how to build and how to make sure that these areas are not going to be locked in. But the closed districts, the Esplanade, is basically the issue. Maybe I shouldn't have taken in all the other area people that came in, but whatever. For me personally, this was a very interesting jump into a game like that. I'm not entirely sure how many times I'm going to play this again, simply because there are so many other games. I'm going to be frankly honest with you guys. But as a showcase, I hope it was very helpful for you to understand if this is a type of game that you like. Maybe I'm going to go for a second round to see how good and how nice I can get it. But for the moment being, I want to say this was a lot of fun to play. A good hour of fun here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this too. And I talk to you, as always, in the next one.